folks, and we're back with another review and thoughts on. This time, checking out a comedy horror whodunit called Haunt Season, which is a low budget film slasher type. So, yeah, I mean, it deals with this haunted house attraction. They're getting ready for, I guess, the final days of Halloween, and a killer pretty much randomly starts killing the actors in very horrific, terrible ways. Which, okay, so that's the plot anyway. The the characters are fine. I will say this: the positives, considering it feels more like a slice of life film in spots where there's just some downtime with the characters talking and having conversations, which some people might not like that, considering it's supposed to be a slasher film. Stab, stab, stab. Um, I didn't mind it here, and also the fact that like it deals with, you know, people that work at a haunted house attraction, and you have makeup effects people in the background. You have the actors getting their makeup done and getting their costumes ready. And considering somebody that actually did work at a haunted house, I did relate to the um, concept of this movie overall. Um, it's some of the humor I don't know about because it's not like that. It's not bad humor, but it's just kind of there for me. Like there's some stuff with the characters where like this one guy. If anything, it just made me laugh. Where you have like this one chick who, when they're done doing their run through at a haunted house, and they're about to close shop, the one chick takes her top off and literally just we don't get to see because I think it goes blurry in the background, which I'm like, this is a slasher and we have no nudity in it. Usually I'm not really all that big on nudity, in horror, but the fact that like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, even this movie, if anything, they're just covered always. You know, although we do get if you're a foot feet person, we do get a shot of a person's feet if you're into that. Um, but yeah, the kills overall, I negative. Okay, the positives, I would say the acting from everyone's pretty good. Aside from, I will say the lead actress Sarah Elizabeth, I thought she was like mostly the standout. Um, she looked dynamite in her costume. I don't know what she was supposed to be, like a tortured Britney Spears cheerleader, I guess, or a schoolgirl or something. Um, I thought her character was okay. We get a little bit character development with her, somewhat. We get like some backstory of. I didn't understand, so I guess she just graduated out of high school and then gone to try to be an actress or an actor. She wants to move to LA, but she's scared to do it, and she lives in her car because she doesn't want to go back to her parents because she knows she won't pursue her dream. So that's what brought her to working at a haunted house. And then you have this nudist dude who, again, I was like surprised. Like people were just changing, in front of each other. I get like, I guess you're so comfortable with each other at these haunted houses, like, and granted they're all adults, so like I guess you know do what you want, but like I was just like, wow, she's just gonna take her shirt off and pose for a snapshot, and this guy is just walking around, you know, no pants, no underwear, just free as he can be. Nobody says anything about it. Just randomly, he just does that, and they just talk to him even when he's at a party. He when they have a group party, he's literally nude, just leaning up against the wall talking to random people, or and then him and the lead girl are having a conversation with, oh, you know, everybody else is all dressed and you're not really, you know, their weapons aren't really like talking about their dongs. Like their swords aren't out, but yours is out there, showing the world or whatever. I'm like, nobody's gonna acknowledge the fact that this guy is okay. And then I think he dies off screen, I believe, later on, which gets to the negatives. This movie, while it's shot fine, and you can tell it's a low budget, but it's shot pretty decently, I would say. The editing on the kills, you know, it's directed by Jake Jarvi. I thought like his writing of the characters were okay to decent. His editing with the I don't understand what happened here. Like what happened with the kills? Like you not have enough budget for the kills? Because granted, I'm not really all that big on hardcore terrifier type extreme gore and all that. But even like you get like some generic stabs and shanks from characters. You do get like a chainsaw kill of somebody, the two people. I did like the one shot where where the killer's hand does go through a guy's stomach after he chainsaws through it, and then he slowly, retrieves his hand. I did like that shot. Um, but like the kills, like they're either shot a certain way to where you don't really see the kill much, or you don't see the impact, or you see the aftermath. But even the aftermath is not really that great. So like it's like neutered, as a lot of reviewers would say, reviewing this movie. Which, yeah, I can see. So I mean, aside from like likable characters and some questionable acts that they, whatever protests are trying to do, I didn't mind them. Again, the lead girl, we don't know much about her other than that she wants to be an actress and she lives in her car, which sucks. So you do feel for her in that regard. Um, all the other characters, like people go missing. Granted, like they do wonder, like, oh, what was her name, Sarah or Mary Ellie or whatever, or Mary Ann or whatever her name was. Oh, so just up and left, and then even when we get the reveal of the killer, which was like okay, and then like he and his I did like the fact that the killer throughout this movie, or first two acts anyway, he does change costumes when he kills folks. So I did like his look of like the skull or a evil pumpkin or um, evil what phantom doctor or mad scientist, and then like but like the third act, like his look overall, like because he ends up taking the place of the owner, greeter, whatever, of the haunted house. But his costume overall in the third act, I didn't care for. I'll just say that. And then like we don't even really get a explanation of why he did all this to begin with. Like why is he randomly killing all these haunted house folks, all his actors? Or though he doesn't kill his actors, he's mostly killing the customers in the third act because he ends up just like marking all the. He does this thing where like he has like some blood on his finger, so like he'll like he'll like wipe it on somebody's arm or back of their neck, and they don't even acknowledge it. Or I did like the one black actor when he does that to him, and he like looks at him like, "What are you doing?" Because like he just like walks through, and the guy does like rubs blood on the side of his neck or whatever, and the black guy just like gives him a look of like. Like I thought that was funny. I will say the only good kill in this movie is the bowling alley scene, third act. I'll just say that. That's only like really the best looking kill that I would say is a highlight um, of all the kills that you can see. Um, but yeah, overall, like it was an okay film. I would say, aside from the lack of detail in the kills, the characters were likable enough to where they're not annoying, they're not unlikable. The editing was fine for the most part, aside from the kills. Questionable editing. Um, Sound was fine. I did like the end credit song, theme song, whatever it was called. Like the last song at the end. I did like that. It does end very abruptly, the movie, though, which it tries to be funny at the end, but like, I don't know. Um, but I would like to see the actress Sarah Elizabeth. I would like to see her in more horror movies, so because I do think she has potential to be, the next whatever, whoever Scream Queen um, of this generation. So yeah, other than that, I would say give it a watch, but don't go into it thinking you're going to get good kills because you don't. Um, if you're in it, if you're a person who, oh, I'm not really into torture porn, and you go watch this, um, this could have been like a PG-13 movie, really, if you think about it. You just cut the f bombs, the cut. If you just cut out like a lot of the cussing and maybe like the nude guy aspect, and the one chick that likes to take partially nude pics of herself online. This could have been a PG-13 film. Um, but yeah, overall, it was fine. But I would say watch the movie called Haunt, which that deals with a haunted house uh, plot. Watch Hellfest. I think that's a better film than this, because at least you actually get good kills. Um, but yeah, I wouldn't say this is like one of the worst of the year. I mean, I liked Joker for too, so you know.